That's how I'm firing. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in. And guys, before I begin, let me start off by wishing everyone a very happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Because I know 2025 was in the toilet for a lot of us out there. And hopefully things will turn around in the new year. I just want to say that, and I'm being very sincere about that. You know, I've dealt with some troubles myself in this past year. But anyway, the good news is for boxing fans is that we're starting off the year with a banger of a card this coming January the 31st. It's going to take place at Madison Square Garden in New York. The headliner of the card, of course, is Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. And the card, like I said, is absolutely lit, guys. Let me give you guys some of the names on the card here. The co-main event could be a main event in itself. We have Keyshawn, the businessman Davis, making his debut, making his return to the ring, and taking on none other than Jermaine Ortiz. Very, very formidable opponent, in my opinion. And I think, looking at this fight, I would say that this is somewhat of a step-up fight for Keyshawn Davis, and we're going to find out what he's really made of, because we know Jermaine Ortiz is a good boxer. We know that he's been in the ring with some of the best, Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and you know, he's not just going to be a guy that, you know, Keyshawn's going to be able to just walk over. So like I said, this is going to be a banger. You know, that fight could go either way, in my opinion. We also have Bruce Carrington on the card. Carlos Adames, the WBC middleweight champion, is on the card. One of my favorites, guys, favorite trash talkers, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, is also on the card, and you know, some others are on the card. But I'm very excited about this. And you know, one thing I don't understand is how some of the fans out there, I've been hearing them complain about this Shakur Teofimo Lopez fight, saying that no one asked for this fight. And you know, as a true boxing fan, I don't get what some of you guys want out there. Here we have two of the best young fighters in the game. Teofimo Lopez, a 2-division champion, a former unified champion at 135, the current WBO champion, Ring Magazine champion, taking on a 3-division champion in Shakur Stevenson, who, by the way, will be making his debut at 140 in this fight. So what is it that you guys want? You know, like I said, it doesn't get any better than the best fighting the best. And in my honest opinion, this fight, it's a 50-50 fight. This fight could go either way because both of these guys are highly skilled. They haven't got where they are just by luck. It takes skill to get where these two have put themselves in. Now let's look at Teofimo Lopez. What I like about Teofimo Lopez is his athleticism. The kid has power in both hands, and he's, believe it or not, the guy can box. He's a very, very good boxer. So, he's going to be hard to beat. And Shakur Stevenson, the way I see Shakur Stevenson, well, I see Teofimo Lopez as a boxer puncher, but what I see Shakur Stevenson as, he's a pure boxer. He's not much in the power department, but the kid is a great boxer. He's mastered his distance. He's a great counterpuncher. Timing's on point. He's hard to beat. So this is what makes this fight a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. It could go either way. And I'm going to have to look at tape on both of these guys before I actually make my prediction on the fight. But I did see on Boxing News 24 that Gary Antoine Russell, I guess he did an interview with Mill City Boxing, and he said that, Teofimo Lopez can win this fight if he goes back to being, quote unquote, a pressure fighter like he did in the Vasily Lomachenko fight. And I thought about it, and in all honesty, I think it is his best opportunity to pull out a victory over Shakur Stevenson, because even though Teofimo Lopez is a good boxer, Shakur Stevenson is a better boxer. And it's hard to outbox the better boxer. So you're going to have to go into that tool belt and pull out something else. And, pressuring Shakur might be that Achilles heel for Shakur in the fight. Well, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But we know that Teofimo Lopez has knockout power. So that might be his ace in the hole to beat Shakur Stevenson. But who knows? We'll see. But I thought he made a very good point on that. Go back to the beginning, basically. What made you a good fighter? But we'll see. I'm sort of leaning towards Shakur to win the fight. I haven't made my prediction yet. Like I said, I'm going to wait. I'm going to study a little bit more before I do that. But this is a great card, and this is a great fight, and I'm excited for it. And hopefully, boxing continues to put on fights like this, continues to grow the sport. Because let's face it, we need it. We need it. And, I love the sport. I just want the sport to shine like it used to shine. But anyway, I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. I didn't really have a whole lot to say, but I'm interested in knowing what you guys think. Are you excited about this fight? Are you excited about this card? Who do you think's going to get their hands raised? Do you think this is a 50-50 fight? Let me know in the comment section, guys. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.